Hey everyone, Jeff with Down to RV coming to you with another video. We've traveled out of South Dakota, through Nebraska, through Missouri. We visited some family, we skipped some video, but I wanted to introduce you guys to Natchez Trace, 1,000 Trails. It's a nature preserve, it's in Tennessee, it's off the Natchez Trace National Parkway. I'd never heard of the Natchez Trace National Parkway before. It's got an interesting history. It dates back to the Lewis and Clark travels. This park is pretty impressive for its size. It's really big. It has a phase 1, a phase 2. It has a lakefront side. It's also going to be the home of a new 1,000 Trails future tiny home village. Anyway, this property is huge, and I want to take you around and see. It has all the amenities that you come to expect with 1,000 Trails, and come check this park out. So as you can see, that's a tight clearance. If you're coming in here with a fifth wheel, oh, those are even taller. You're definitely gonna hit that bridge. Do yourself a favor, don't trust the Garmin. Map this campground out first before you come here, because the Garmin's gonna take you a wrong way. And if you come to this bridge and you're not paying attention, you're gonna have a bad day. All right, so this is the entrance to the park right here. This is where you check in. The guardhouse is right here. You pull your rig off to the side and check right in. Here's a map of this property, and you can see there's quite a bit going on here. So this 1,000 Trails is unique in the way that it has its own country store called the Trading Post. It has a decent restaurant inside with very friendly people working in the store. Okay, so the next stop here at Natchez Trace, the Pavilion Building. It's a multi-purpose type of building. They hold events here, and you can rent it for your own private use. It's located directly next to the pool area. It's a really big pool. It looks really nice. It would probably look better if it had water in it. Next to the pavilion and the pool area, they have the basketball courts and a red barn. And there's that red barn I was talking about. Let's go take a closer look. All right, so this does look like it used to actually be a working barn. I imagine at some point there was a farm here. All right, I discovered there's an upstairs to this barn. This is cool. Wow, this is interesting. You don't see this at every 1,000 Trails. Pretty cool. You could definitely use this space on a rainy day. All right, so right off this red barn, you turn around, right over here is the lakefront sites. They're 50 amp full hookup, and what a terrific view. This time of year, there's a couple sites open, but I imagine in the summer you probably have to fight for one of those spots. Those are definitely gonna be in high demand. Let's go take a look. So here you can see one of the lakeside sites. They're all pull through, 50 amp full hookup. They got a little patio, little barbecue, and you're directly on the lake. There's also a beach area here. You want to come lay out, get some sun. So there's even a boat ramp here if you want to bring your boat. This is a no-wake lake, so you can't hot dog around in here, but you can go out and do some fishing. Boat ramp right here. And they have a fish cleaning station, so you can catch and clean your fish. This is actually one of the nicer cleaning stations I've seen. Also a boat dock here. If you want to keep your boat in the water, they got it for you here. I'm telling you, this Natchez Trace Park is really huge. 550 sites, I was told, somewhere about that number. And they have annual sites available here. Very reasonable. It starts at about $2,000 and goes all the way up to $4,000, obviously depending on the size of the site and what type of connection you get. But another unique thing about this Thousand Trails is that they are starting a tiny home village here. And they have a couple of the tiny homes like showcased here, just so you can see what they look like. These things are pretty cool. There's a decent sized dog park directly adjacent to the dog park, and this is all right next to those lakefront sites. I don't know if you can see them in the background there. They have a track, a full-size track. That's something I haven't seen at any Thousand Trails. So if you want to get your jog on, there's a track. Maybe you're into competitive racing. You can bring your racing team here. I don't know if that's your thing. Next up, the cabins. They have lakeside cabins here for rent. They're really cozy looking. Pretty cool. Let's check them out. Here we are, lakeside cabins. If you and your family want a nice getaway, man, this is nice right here. These cabins are some of the nicest I've seen, Thousand Trails. Look at that view. All right, let's go check out one of these cabins. All right, so you got a nice sized kitchen here, double beds, nice bathrooms. It's nice how they did the wood touches on the wall. Really adds to the experience. And then your view. Got your own deck out here. Nice private deck. Oh, look at that view. Since we're talking about things that I haven't seen at Thousand Trails before, this right here, this I'm excited about. This is called The Lodge. They don't have this anywhere else. You really have to check this place out. So let's just say you want to take your family on a nice vacation. This is the place to do it. Come on in. How about that? Full dining room, full kitchen with an island, massive fireplace. Look how nice this is. All decorated for the holidays. You could easily bring a big family here, have some kind of family reunion. Very nicely decorated bathrooms. Well-appointed guest rooms. Look at that. This guest room even has an ensuite. So let's go upstairs, take a look. Everything's very rustic. Look at how nicely decorated this place is. You got another room here. Look at the light. Couldn't you picture your family coming here and staying for a vacation? Heck, I think we might rent this place. Another little room over here. Got another 2 beds up here in this room. Another well-decorated bathroom. And then you get the view downstairs. Look at that. Look at this place, guys. Let's go check out the outside. All right, out here on the deck, you got a full-size gas grill. You got your communal fire pit right on the lake here. And then you got your own private pavilion under here. Look at this view. Oh my goodness. view. Stunning. Absolutely stunning here. So our next stop here at Natchez Trace, mini golf. The Thousand Trails, they seem to love their mini golf courses. Almost all of them have one. This one's pretty nice. It's well maintained. So as I mentioned before, they have a couple tiny houses over there. Those are for rent. And they're building the future home of the tiny house village here in this wooded section of the park. So if you're thinking about getting into some tiny house living and you want to try it out, this is a good place to start because they're going to have tiny homes set up here. You can see if that's your thing. So next stop, another cabin. These are themed cabins. So every one of these cabins here, 1 through 5, has a different theme. And it's the Hunt cabin. Sorry, what I forgot to mention in the other part of the video is that for an annual site here, you have to be a Thousand Trails member. But for these cabins, you don't. You can be a non-member and you can rent these. I mean, the rates are different. It's a little bit more money, but you can still vacation here if you want. Check this place out. I suppose if you wanted to, you could live here. And like with all the other cabins, you get your own private deck. This one even has, a nice deck here. And you're right on the lake again. This is a 300-acre lake. This property is absolutely massive. Some other little history fun facts for you. This used to be a KOA campground, and then it became a NACO resort, and then it just became a straight-out Thousand Trails. With all the buyouts and mergers and acquisitions, that's the story of this campground. All right, so this next cabin, this is a themed cabin. This one's called the Nashville Music City Cabin. And as you can expect, it is themed for Nashville. By the way, Nashville is about an hour and 10-minute drive from here. Look at how nice this kitchen is. Really big bathroom. Just nice touches, well decorated, very clean in here. And the music theme carries throughout. If you are a Tennessee Volunteer fan, this is your place. Look at this place. So cool. And they even have lockers in here. Ah, that's cool. Home of the Tennessee Volunteers. Well, I tell you what, if you're a Tennessee Volunteer fan and you want to watch the game, this is how you do it the right way. Right down to the Salt Shaker. Last but certainly not least is the Town Hall, the Recreation Center, and the Storm Shelter with a multi-purpose building inside. You got to check this out. These amenities here are awesome. So the Town Hall is closed right now. There's no way I can get in there, but basically it's a giant meeting place for community gatherings. You know, all kinds of different things can go on in here. The Recreation Center, on the other hand, that should be open, and we're gonna go check that out right now. This is the Quiet Lounge. There's Wi-Fi in here. There's satellite TV. There's a comfy couch. There's workstations if you want to set up a laptop. You know, a nice big living room style area with a TV in there. And you can come in here and lounge. As we move along here, this is the game room. And you can see there's plenty of games in here. We got pool tables. air hockey tables, well, ping pong, more TV, foosball. Over this way they have a library. Here's the library. Like most libraries on the Thousand Trails, you can find plenty of books in these libraries. There's quite an interesting menagerie of books in here. It's also a nice quiet place to read. So this area is open around the clock during the summer. This time of year they close it down at night. I'm not sure what the hours are, but so just a short walk around the corner here. This isn't going to be open, but this is where the church is. They do have a church here that meets every Sunday. It's really a nice church. It's a small gathering of people, locals, annual people, and travelers alike. It's a Baptist style church. Very friendly people. We really enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend visiting the church if that's your thing. Well, I've been making this video for half the day now, and I guess I got here too late. So this secondary building is locked, but they do have some really cool features in there. There's a movie theater. There's an indoor volleyball court. There's an indoor basketball court. I'm not sure if there's more in there because I didn't really go through the whole place, but that's also where the storm shelter is. And like I said, we almost had to use the storm shelter the other night with those tornadoes coming through. That was a bad night for us. So luckily not as bad as it was for some. We made it through. All right, so this is Thousand Trails Natchez Trace. It's a big campground, as I've shown you guys. It has lots of interesting features. The themed cabins, the unusual barn building, the lakeside campsites, and all the other stuff that they have here. It's really cool. Go ahead and bring your family here, check it out. Or if you're passing through, don't forget, you can camp here with a camping pass from Thousand Trails. I'll put a link in the description below and get you a little discount off a Thousand Trails membership. All right, that's all for today. I'm Jeff with Down to RV. Hope to see you in the next one.